The Joe Rogan Experience.
You know, so I'm in there and the doctor says that no one can come see you. So I'm going, if these are the last 2 days of my life, I'm going to die alone in this hospital. And it just broke me up so bad that, you know, I've taken care of myself. I've done everything I can, you know, to take care of myself. And why am I lying in this bed right now? You know, and it was a thing where when I did think about my wife, it was, I will never see my wife and 2 kids again. You know, that's all that went through my mind. It's like,
Did they put you on a ventilator?
No, my doctor saved my life. My doctor said, if we put you on a ventilator, he says, because a nurse brought it up, should we put him on a ventilator? And he goes, no way. If we put him on a ventilator, he's going to die because his body is going to say, okay, this machine is breathing for us. We don't need to work anymore. And your body shuts down. If you've heard in New York, 80% of the people put on ventilators die.
And that's why you think?
I think that's why I survived.
I've heard that. I've heard that being speculated by other doctors as well, and it's very controversial because so many doctors put people on ventilators, and the last thing they want to hear is another doctor saying, "You put someone on a ventilator, they'll die." But
my doctor said that straight up in the room in front of me to the nurses. Like, if we put him on it, he's going to die. Because his thing was, it just makes sense why he would. Because now this machine is going to breathe for him, so his body's not going to. It's like working out. You don't work out a muscle, it gets weak.
Right.
This machine is doing all your lifting. So why would we want to put him on that? Unless it's just we have to put him on it, you know? But you've heard doctors were putting on people so fast because their oxygen levels were so low.
Right.
They're like, this is not normal. So we need to do something to get their oxygen level up.
I think doctors are like everything else, right? There's really good ones, then there's ones that aren't as good.
No. It's true.
With everything else, with everything. Carpenters, plumbers, everything.
Everything. And it's really, I look back, now I've become very close to him. And the dude saved my life. Because if I went on a ventilator, bro, I may not be here. Because
when you go on a ventilator, they kind of
knock you out. Yeah, you're unconscious. Literally, that machine is doing all your breathing.
I don't understand how we could take 3 more months off. I really don't.
Well, it depends what they mean by. I mean, you know, when you hear the governor talk, it's, you know, he's moving it along and he's in these phases and we're getting and pushing it through, and it doesn't. I don't think it's going to be as I'm stammering because the realization of it. I know. I don't think it's going to be like what it was in April and May.
Why not?
In July, because I want to go outside.
I think so too. LA County beaches reopen May 13th.
Yes, but you can't hang out on your lounge. You can't hang out on your towel. You got to go in.
Please, go make that larger, please. Go back to where it was.
You can do water sports.
No lying or sitting on the sand.
Right.
Canopies, coolers, or picnicking.
Right. You can be active. You can go
Parking
swim.
Parking lots are closed. So where do they expect you to park?
They don't want you to go.
Individual family activities and exercise only.
Yeah, so you can go down, you can swim, you could ride the waves, and then get out of the ocean and get back in your car.
Look at this. No
home.
Picnicking. You can't picnic.
No biking. No biking.
No, why can't you bike?
I have to say.
No volleyball?
You see that round circle with the slash through it with the giant canopies? Mm-hmm. Those should be banned all year. Have you ever been next to one of those on the beach?
Those are disgusting.
Oh, my God.
Why are you allowed to set up camp?
Building a house.
Yeah, you're basically saying this is my area of the sand.
Yeah.
Like
blocking everyone's view.
Yeah, you can get a fucking towel. That's what you can get. You get a towel, and that's it. That's how it's always been.
I know. These people come down there, they've got coolers and tables higher than this.
You seen they have fences now? People are setting up beach fences.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They're selling beach fences. You set it up, you stick it in the sand, and you mark off your area.
Oh my God.
Social distancing. We're creating dorks.
Oh, this is all before social distance. These are just people making camps there and bringing 25 people. Oh, I hate it.
So reopens tomorrow is what they're saying.
Yeah, baby.
Says, yeah.
Well, that's good. That's a start. I think we need to move in the other direction. I think we need to quarantine people that are at risk. That's what I think, really. And then let people make their own choices.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the idea that these hospitals are going to be overwhelmed is not true. It's not correct. Luckily, we're very fortunate.
Yeah.
And the idea that we're going to run out of ventilators, that's not true either.
Right.
So, and then also, if that doctor that worked with Michael Yo was telling you this before we started, the doctor said that if he put him on a ventilator, he would die because his body would stop trying to breathe and it would just sort of give up. And this is what Michael Yo's doctor told him, and he survived. And then we're finding out that a lot of people they put on ventilators don't make it. And I wonder if what he's saying applies to those people.
One of the main things besides age that regulates the immune system is like previous exposure to viruses. So I thought that was really interesting. And in particular, one virus, the cytomegalovirus, CMV. Did you know like between 50 to 80% of the U.S. population has it, like at least by the time they're like an adult?
Has it permanently or has caught it?
It's a herpes virus, so it's a lifelong thing. And this is why it basically, it changes your immune system.
What are the symptoms of it?
Most people that are healthy don't ever know they have it because there's no symptoms.
Whoa.
Yeah, unless you're immunocompromised. But most people that are healthy, they don't know, that they're infected with it.
Say it again. What is it called?
The cytomegalovirus. It's CMV.
Sounds like something Godzilla fights.
There it is. So what's so interesting, but here's the interesting thing about this virus is that so this is one of the major things multiple studies have been looking at, like, just immune variability. And it's like CMV has been identified in multiple studies. And the reason it got me interested because I was like almost 80%. I mean, I could have it, right? I could totally have it. And it changes the immune function. It's totally different between young and old. So when you're younger, and if you have it, it actually enhances immune function. So they've done studies where like they have given people influenza vaccine, and oftentimes these vaccine studies are used to kind of test the immune response and like how robust your immune response is, because you're given a vaccine and there's all different types of vaccines, pieces of an antigen or all different types of ways that you can expose someone to bacteria or virus, but you have a response to it, and the response is involves your adaptive immunity. You make what's called neutralizing antibodies that basically eventually bind to the virus and neutralize it, prevent it from entering the cell. So people that have CMV that are young have a really robust response to the vaccine, much better. But older people have the complete opposite, where it's like deleterious. And the reason for that, scientists think, is because basically this virus, it's stuck with you lifelong, and it kind of reactivates every few years. And like every time it reactivates, it kind of trains your T cells, which are part of your immune system, to become focused on that CMV. And so as you get older, your T cell population becomes more focused on fighting that virus and less so on other viruses that you're exposed to.
But this virus doesn't have any symptoms?
Most healthy people don't have any symptoms with it. I know. It's really weird.
And so they're just...
I went to a restaurant, Bridget. Sat down and had a steak. Had a glass of wine. My friend Eddie Bravo.
Oh.
We sat down and ate together like
what
gentlemen.
What was that like? Doesn't it look weird when you see it in...
It was strange at the restaurant because it was like us, and then this other older couple walked in. There was maybe one other couple towards the front and a couple young people at the bar. Fairly sparse. All the waiters had face masks on.
Yeah.
But we ate. We ate dinner.
But now the conspiracy theorist in me is like, now they're going to see how far they can fucking push it.
Well, I don't think that's a conspiracy theory. I think that is just like your cult friend that was calling you a scumbag and trying to break you down.
Yeah.
When you're in a position of power, there's an archetype of a person in a position of power, and then all the potential things that can go wrong when a person's in a position of power. Mm-hmm. All the abuses of that power. I mean, they're documented, right, throughout history. But this is one of them. Control. I'm telling you what to do. If you want more rights, you want to get your rights back, well, Daddy says you got to put your mask on, even though it doesn't make any sense.
So we're
you
all
got to put
grounded.
your mask on. Yeah.
It's like we're all grounded.
But here's the thing. It's not like things are getting worse, but their grip is getting tighter.
Right. Yeah, that's what is deeply... rights are generally not given back once they're taken.
Exactly. And that's what the problem is. And this is what the problem, when people want to talk about like Marxism and all the positive benefits of socialism, it'd be great if everybody like helped all the people that weren't doing so well and chipped on in, and it would be great. But the problem with the big state, the big government, is what you're seeing now.
Yeah.
Regular people making shit decisions.
Yeah.
Regular people, like Gavin Newsom is a person.
Yeah.
He's not a genius. He's not a wizard. He's not from another planet. He's a human being who grew up in the United States of America, and he has this incredible amount of power over 40 million people in the state. And he's deciding, we're going to go step one, and you're going to allow to be go outside and look at the sunset. You can do yoga. Don't go near anybody. You can golf, no cart. And he's got
masks.
Yeah, and they put this fucking list of shit that you can do and you can't do. And then they get to tell people. Not yet. Not yet. We're going to open up a little bit on May 15th. Okay, a little bit. What can we do? You can go to the beach now, but don't sit down.
Yeah, you can't freaking sit down.
You can't tell people what to do like that. You can't. It doesn't make sense. This is what you tell people. Please be cautious. Please use social distancing. Let's be smart. Let's take care of our vulnerable people, and let's take care of our health. Let's take care of our bodies. Let's to eat correct. This is a good opportunity for you to cut all the bullshit out of your diet. Stop eating so much sugar. Stop drinking so much. Stop smoking cigarettes. This is a good time to work on your health.